Let me give you the update from last night. Last night, multiple boats from the Orange County Sheriff's Office and from the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission searched the lake, however, to no avail. The 2-year-old male child has not been located. We still have kept multiple deputies on scene here overnight. More are coming in this morning, some fresh eyes to give another fresh look at the water. We will have additional deputies in the air as well. We will continue. This is still a search and rescue operation. Still a search and rescue operation. We are very hopeful. We are hoping for the best. Sometimes you get the worst, but we're certainly hoping for the best. Counselors and victim advocates remain with the family through the night and are still there with them today, and I'm sure that will take place over the next several days. We will continue the search with the cooperation of the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission, and right now we're going to bring in some fresh eyes, some additional personnel to continue with the search. As you know, it took place last night at about 9:00 p.m. We received this call. The Fish and Wildlife Commission showed up, as did Reedy Creek. Once on scene, we determined that this 2-year-old child was playing at the edge of the water, probably about a foot or so into the water, when this alligator came up and attacked the child. The father did his best. He tried to rescue the child, however, to no avail. There was a lifeguard that was on duty as well. The lifeguard, however, was not able to render much aid. Was too far away, apparently, and the gator swam away with the child, unfortunately. And as I said, we have not been able to locate that child. We will continue this search throughout the course of the evening. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Wiley from Fish and Wildlife to give you more details from their perspective.
Well, thank you, and we sure appreciate Orange County Sheriff's Department and how you responded in our partnership. And first, our thoughts and prayers are with the family, and we do want to keep hope, and we want to continue doing everything possible, state and county government working to find this young child, and we're gonna do everything we can to support them and also support our partners here at Disney.
Nick, what can you tell us about the last time there was a report of a nuisance being released?
We don't have the details on the latest report. We know that we work very closely with Disney to remove nuisance alligators readily as they're observed and reported. So we have a very good, close working relationship with them in that regard.
How often do you do that?
You know, it's hard to say right now. It's still early, and we're still really focused on trying to find that little boy.
How likely and how common it is for a human to be attacked by a gator in general?
It's not common at all. It's very rare for people to be attacked by alligators. It's very rare in Florida or anywhere where you find alligators.
How likely is it? Was that permissible? I mean, was the boy allowed to be in the water even if it was just a little bit?
I'm really not familiar with what the rules are with that regard.
The sign says no swimming. The only alert is no swimming. There's no other sign that alerts for anything else except for no swimming.
So if he was waiting, is that against the rules?
Well, all we know is that he was on the edge of the water. So it says no swimming. My understanding is that he was not swimming.
How likely is it the gator is anywhere near, or do they generally travel?
We have alligators in all fresh water across Florida, so you can encounter an alligator. They move around. So it's really hard to say that one would be there any particular amount of time.
Do you know if there's a sign
for no swimming? How often does that occur?
I'm not familiar with the parameters for swimming or not swimming in that area. Again, we're still focused on trying to find that young boy.
Given gator habits, how likely is it you'll be able to find this gator anywhere near here, or the child?
I'm optimistic. We'll have some success, but it may take some time.
Where will you be today? The child. I know in some of the attacks recently, the people have been found separated.
I think it's too early to get into those kind of speculation about what may have happened. We still just need to focus on trying to find the child.
Now, you are saying that you're hopeful, obviously, and everyone hopes this turns out to be the case. The sheriff last night was talking about realistic issues, though. Realistically, this is not looking good, am I correct? At this many hours afterwards?
You're asking a fourth quarter question in the first quarter. Right now, we're at very embryonic early searches of this, so at this particular point in time, we're not focused on what's the outcome going to be. Right now, all we're doing is we're searching, hopefully, for a little boy to bring a family some comfort. So we're not talking about what may happen down the road. We're focusing on the here, the now, the today. That's where we are right now. We're not going any further than that.
How long will it take without being in the first quarter? How long will it take you to get to the fourth quarter? How long will this investigation
We're going to be evaluating each and every day. We'll be talking about how far we're going to go, how long it will take. But right now, those questions by investigators aren't even being asked. Right now, we're just trying to find a young boy.
What do you know about
How close
arresting
was that father able to get to his son and the alligator when the alligator attacked?
Repeat the question, please.
How close was that father able to get to his son? and
I
the
don't have
gator?
the proximity. All I know is that he was able to get over there fairly quickly, and a struggle did ensue. I think the father has some sort of minor lacerations to his arm, so he was able to get over there fairly quickly. But how fast or how close he was, I don't have that specific
And
What are you
information.
doing for the rest of the guests?
Historically,
What do you
the
do for the
habits
rest of
of
the
a
guests if
gator-
there's a gator that could still be there?
I have to talk to Disney about that. I'm not sure exactly what's been done with the guests, but I know we've got a lot of security around the
And
area.
historically, are there instances where someone has been taken by a gator and found this many hours later? I mean, I don't know these situations. Yours you have much more of a history with this.
Again, it's a very rare thing to happen in the first place, but when it has happened over the years, it really varies greatly on the circumstances. It could be, we could have success soon, or it could take hours.
But you've had situations where many hours later, someone just found them alive and everything?
I wouldn't say that. I said after a long period of time, the hope does dim, but we're still keeping hope.
Have you ever?
There's a question over here.
Yes, what have been the biggest challenges so far in your search efforts?
Well, just, it was dark last night, obviously. The water was murky. We couldn't get a good look at it. We were trying to set up as quickly as we possibly could. So getting personnel in place, but the jurisdictions did work very well. Fish and Wildlife was out here.
Conference by the Orange County Sheriff's Office and Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission on the search for a 2-year-old who was dragged into a lagoon at a Disney resort. This happened at 9:30 last night. The Sheriff's Office official that you saw, Jeff Williamson, says at this point, this is still a search and rescue mission. He says crews will stay out there until they find that child.
Yeah, and a few interesting notes there. They're bringing in 50 personnel have actually been looking for this young child. And I guess the big difficulty, as he mentioned, the fact that it was dark last night. So hopefully with daylight, that will kind of help out with this situation. And the water there is murky. And also something else to note, there were signs there that say, do not swim, do not enter that water. Unfortunately, that family was near the water there.
Yeah, the child, from what authorities say, was about a foot away from the shore, splashing in the water. Again, there were signs that said no swimming. But of course, people in Florida know that alligators, you can find them in any body of water. That family sadly was vacationing from Nebraska when this happened. We've got a crew on the scene live. We're checking in with them constantly, trying to get updates on the situation there. Again, the search is still going on. They're bringing in extra personnel. Sheriff's Office says that this is a search and rescue mission. They've got counselors with the family right now. So of course, keep this family lifted up in prayer right now.